So I guess most guys are familiar with the abrasive blade that you get on most of the chop saws. This one is actually for a 10-inch chop saw. This is a 14, but I like to use these on my big handheld grinder for when I got to get out away from the chop saw a little. But the problem I found with these is if you really get to hogging with it, if you get to push with them a little too hard, they flex a little bit. And what happens is you wind up with a curve in your cut. You don't wind up with a perfectly straight cut. So this guy actually has a metal blade. It has a slightly different pitch on the teeth itself. This is one just back from the saw sharpening plate, so it's got the little wax coating around it to help protect the teeth. And I just pulled off a little bit so you can see what was going on here. But the nice thing is you get many sharpenings on one blade before it's either worn out and just so bad that you can't resharpen it. Now, the difference between this chop saw and the abrasive blade chop saw: a much bigger motor on this one, but much slower. So you can't go down and buy an abrasive blade the abrasive blade chop saw and put a metal blade on, because it won't turn fast enough. You'll just burn up the motor. So I've already come in with my square and just checked the backstop against the blade just to make sure it's square, make sure my 90 degree is where it's supposed to be. Just enough, just turn it in until it touches, and about 1/8 of a turn, that's all you need. Notice I was just like one-handed, just the weight of my hand, no downward pressure at all. Very little sparks. That's the good indicator. If you see sparks coming off the blade, you're pushing too hard, or the blade is dull, and you're pushing hard because the blade is dull. So just the weight of your hand, and just let it cut all by itself. Very little sparks, no sparks. And what you get is just a really nice, smooth, straight cut on both sides. You could just put that right back together and weld it, no grinding or anything.